drawers.
These are dream rules. This is someone else. I'm not myself. No.
Hey girl, so I finished my lunch a little bit early. I got like, what, 10 extra minutes? Oh, I'm lying, 7 minutes. And girl, they be precise. Like, as soon as lunch is over, they want you to pick these keys up. Y'all, the way I'm hooked on using this mic now is crazy. So I'm in my classroom, high ceilings, big space, and I know there would be an echo if I didn't use it. I heard the difference in my home. And yeah, I do have high ceilings in my home, but the difference is just night and day, so I'm never going without it. But anyway, I popped on just to talk about, I don't know, I guess it's small talk. To some degree, I want to be professional. I want to speak and do all the things, but if you and I haven't vibed and we've been working together for years, it's kind of hard for me to just indulge and jump into small talk, especially when I feel like there's a motive behind it, and it was. The small talk was kind of like, oh, how was your weekend? I know you had a birthday. How was your birthday? What did you get? It felt more like grilling, and I was answering. But then I thought, oh yeah, I'm supposed to ask, how was your weekend? Oh, how was your weekend too? And so I did. I was like, oh, no, I didn't. I'm lying. Let me not lie. I didn't say, how was your weekend? I was like, I hope you had a good weekend too. Because, I don't know, I guess I've never really been good at small talk. Even my ex-husband used to tell me that, like, people would send me a text and I was like, oh, okay, cool. And I was done with it. But he was like, no, they're wanting you to respond or wanting you to say more. I've told y'all before, the thing I hate about dating is the small talk. Like that good morning, beautiful, or whatever text. Okay, cool. What am I supposed to say? Do I have to say good morning back, handsome, or is good morning sufficing? And plus, I feel like when you send me that text, you've sent it to multiple people already. In fact, I had the nerve to say that to someone because I'm thinking we're supposed to be, to some degree, honest, right? That's how you get to know people. So I was like, yeah, it feels like you send that to everyone. No. The text I send for you is just for you, da-da-da-da. Fast forward a couple of months, and someone responded in a way, was a reply all? Oh, he accidentally sent it to all. Somehow he messed that up. And then it just kept being a group chat thing of people responding, good morning, this and that, da-da-da. And I didn't know any of the numbers, so it doesn't have names, but just the responses that they were sending, a couple of them did say, oh, I hope you're having a good day, handsome, or thank you for helping with, I was like, dude, yeah. Confirmed what I already knew. But anyway, getting back to the small talk. So it was like, how was your weekend? Da-da-da-da. I responded appropriately, I think. I said, I hope you had a good weekend too. And so finally it was like, listen, I was wondering if you could write me a letter of recommendation. I don't really know you from a can of paint. Have not ever never seen this person teach, but I've seen them in the hallway with their kids. I can speak to maybe their management or something like that. I don't know. But I'm like, you scraping some bottom of some barrel. But I think it's a matter of, oh, we've worked together for years and now, you want a recommendation, whereas your teammates may have only known you a year or so, or you know what, it was giving, But you know what I said? I said yes, because my thing is this, and I've never understood it. I don't know if I shared this before, but the districts started coming out with a policy maybe a dozen or so years ago. I don't even know how old it is. But it was a matter of if a teacher wanted to quit and break her contract, then she had to buy her way out of it. And it could be as much as $5,000, and then as time progresses, maybe it'll go to $3,000, or I might be saying it backwards. It may start, I think it starts at $3,000 early in the year, but as the year progresses, it goes up in the thousands. And a lot of people just don't have that sitting around to break their contract. So what do? They come to work and they teach these kids and they have them doing their work. And I thought, what an idiotic thing to do. When you have a teacher shortage, you don't make a teacher pay to get out of it. I personally do not want, nor would I have wanted that for my child. I don't want it for my grandchild. I don't want anyone in my child's face who doesn't want to be there. For 6 and 7 hours in it, are you kidding? No, I don't want that. I mean, to some degree, all of us have our reluctance about getting up and going to work. That makes sense. But someone who flat out does not want to be here and is only here because they can't afford to break the contract, I've seen teachers do dumb stuff just to break their contracts, just short of breaking the law. Whereas before, you could have just let them out and let them go elsewhere. Maybe they wanted to do middle school or high school. Like, I don't know why that became a thing. It wasn't always that way. And I feel like they're just addressing the teacher shortage in so many bad ways. Like, if there is a test score, like everyone has a high stakes test, right? And the test scores are low. Oh my goodness, we're gonna have to have teachers explain this and do this and aggregate the data. And they're gonna, honey, I've been in meetings where we talked about the talk that we talked about in a meeting. And I can't make that up. I've been in meetings where we talked about the data when we had talked about the data. We broke the data up, we talked about it, we came back together, we talked about it, and now we're gonna disperse and talk to other people about what we talked about when we looked at, broke up, and talked about the data. Like, it just keeps being this vicious circle. Yeah, teachers wanna get out of that. Yeah, teachers wanna break contracts and stuff. Yeah, teachers wanna move on. But the answer isn't to make them pay to do it. Just like the answer isn't, kids are doing bad on tests. It isn't to make teachers keep talking about how they're doing bad on. It's just weird. It's just so many things that have just gone. I don't know. I'm at a loss because I feel so heartbroken for my profession. I remember for years and years and years and years and years, y'all, I would get out of bed and I could not wait to try this new thing. I could not wait to do, a new strategy and a this and a that and a these. And I just couldn't. And now it's so different. I see brand new teachers who can't wait to get out of teaching. And I thought, dang, it should at least be glorious for 10 or so. It's the paperwork. 9 times out of 10, most teachers are saying it's just too much paperwork on top of the actual job of teaching. And it's heart-wrenching to see it because I remember a time when it was better, and I know we could get to better, but speaking of I gotta get to my kids. See y'all.
Okay, y'all, I'm back from visiting my mother, and I had some Amazon packages. I had the scissors. And I know what I got. I'm excited. I'm actually geeked for this. Ooh, I got a little charm. I think this is so freaking cute. Okay, I'm getting ahead of myself. But I bought some purses for myself for my birthday. And we even went shopping. And I saw another purse I wanted. I went to the Coach store. Oh my goodness. I saw this pretty purse. I think it's called the Empire bag, Empire 40. I could be wrong, but gorgeous purse. And I feel like when I filmed it, it didn't capture the true color of it. But I was like, y'all, I ain't finna pay $700 for a mid-grade luxury purse. I'm just gonna have to wipe down all the counters. We got this figured out. But anyway, I didn't want to do that. So I go on Amazon and I see that cute little kiss lock purse. And I said, I got to get my hands on that. And did. Don't look so cute, does it? No. But I was already warned about it. They said, according to the packaging, it would be all wrinkled and crinkled dinkled up, but actually this don't look so bad. I already know though, I know I'm gonna have to put some bags and stuff in it. I'm gonna get the points out, baby. Yes, that's part of the look, the whole structure of it. Oh, darn it, I'm wearing a burgundy shirt today, so y'all can't really get the full effect, but oh baby, we finna stuff her. I'm excited! Wait a minute. Doesn't it have a chain or something with it? Say what now? Oh, just kidding. Okay, I missed that before. There's more to do. Oh, I feel it down. I don't even remember what this is. Matter of fact, I was expecting about 3 packages. Why I got 5, I'm not exactly sure what this is. Who this woman, Hoppo? She just a big old heifer. Okay, That's why you got scissors, Kymberly. Use them. Hello. Oh, hello, friend. Yes, we like the weight of this. Okay, so they had a chain. Is this 18 inches? Why is this not looking like 18? Or did I switch it to 13? I might have switched it. We're gonna check the Amazon order just to be sure. Now, I will say the hardware on the purse is slightly rosier, but that takes me being too close. And baby, if you that close, back up. Oh my goodness. This has good weight on it too, and it's gorgeous. Of course, it's a keychain, it can be, or it can be a bag charm. I love it. Again, I ordered the chain in antique gold because they had another gold. It might have been called shiny gold. Oh. And I'm not the biggest on bag charms, y'all, but this, she's pretty. I don't know what's in this box. The confusion just settled in. The cherry colored cherry. Oh, she pretty too. So let's put some of this, and that over here also. I don't know if it's a dupe or if it's inspired. You know, some people is getting bougie about, they were getting bougie about the difference between being a dupe and being inspired. Girl, I do not care. I like what I like. Oh, okay, this is something totally different. This is for my DJI camera. I'm gonna clip it onto my visor sometimes. So we're gonna set that aside because that ain't for play. What else did I get? I think this is for play. Oh, no it's not. I think I'm done playing with my purse. I'm looking at it and don't know. What is, yeah. Okay. I had to get some earbuds for my phone. And then I got some more faux leather pants. That's all this is. Okay, they feel cheap, but they look short now. For real, they look short, but they stretch. And they're pretty good. They start off looking cheap, and then when you put them and layer them under different outfits, they look good. So I'm not mad at that. That's cute. The technology stuff is nice too. But the star of the show, oh baby. And the star of the show is her. Oh, this is cute. She's cute. Hi, sugar. I've been wanting to get my hands on you for a good little minute. And yes, darling. Hello. I might even buy a longer handle later just to get that whole crossbody effect. But oh yeah, she's cute. Let's go try it on. Oh yeah, she cute. She cute. I like it. Pause the timer too for it. I feel like I did something with this. You know what though? I want to stuff it. This might be too big, but I kind of want to overstuff it just to really give it that full effect and let it sit like that for a little bit. Oh, I want to stuff the corners. Maybe I should get some plastic bags too. But after I finish stuffing it, I'm still gonna wear it with that little slouch look because that's what we love about her, right? These should be enough. So we're just gonna stuff it down in the corner. And y'all, the hardware on this charm and stuff, impeccable. It goes for exactly what it's supposed to be going for. So let's try it with this one. I will say that the red one doesn't feel as weighted as does the one in the store, but it gives the same look and effect. Oh, she's cute too, y'all. She's cute too. I don't know, which one do y'all like better? I do not know. I'm literally torn now. now that I see it on with the light and all the glitter and the shimmer, I'm torn. I like them both. I feel like the gold just looks kind of more classy, whereas this red one looks a little more fun and funky or something, I don't know. But I like them both, yes ma'am. Oh, I do. Oh, that's the look, that's it, darling. That is the look. All right, I need to shut my mouth about this, but I'll tell you what else. This charm, I want to try it on another purse. I feel like, where is the, oh, I forgot. The actual leather thing that comes on it came off one time when I was at the Blue Room. I remember that now. Oh, that's cute on there too. Yeah, and this ain't even what I bought it for. It's cute on there. I'm curious about this too. Let's see. Oh, let's see, shall we? I mean, since we playing. If we're gonna play, let's play for real. How you gonna play for real? But we don't know. We don't know, but it's fun. Isn't it fun playing grown-up as a grown-up? I look at my granddaughter sometimes when she does her little dress-up stuff, and I'm like, oh, buying her Christmas. Oh, it looks, okay. These cherry charms, win-win. So whether you get it in gold or you get it in red, win-win. They look good on both. Oh, where's my everyday bag? I'm telling you, I think this is gonna be a look too. That was just okay. It's, I ain't gonna hold you. It's just okay on that. Cause y'all, baby, I wears this bag down. I wears it down. Let's try the other charm. This is so good. Oh yeah. Girl, I've been so stuck on the look of it all. I haven't even gotten into the details. Let's do that in a second. That's cute. That's cute too. I ain't gotta have it. I really don't, because I love this bag down so much already. Honey, I carry it like this, all scrunched up. I've been known to hold it like this. Of course, I've done the crossbody with it. And I mean, it's got so much camera equipment in it, it's not even funny, but yeah. All right, let's take a look at the Kiss Lock interior. Shall we pop the hood on it, as they say? Let's, darling. I'm gonna put my balls, my cherries. I don't care how I phrase it, it don't quite sound right, but I'll put those in there. And let's take a look. Oh, first of all, the clasp. Oh, that's a good quality clasp. Y'all hear the shut on it? And the open. The open is quieter than the shut. I forgot I put these bags in there already. What is this? Do not eat, do not worry. Okay, and then on the inside, I see a couple of pockets. Y'all see that? So I've got a pocket over here. I can put sunglasses, or baby, let's keep it a book. They probably gonna be readers, but I can put those in here. I can put my cell phone over here, and then it's got a zip. Ooh, and that's a nice smooth zipper. We like that. Here's my thing. I love for something to be $80, cheapy dollars, whatever dollars. I don't like it to feel like it's cheap. But I love the way that they match the interior with. And then, look, baby, all right, look. Here we go. This the arm, this the elbow. Elbows deep and then some. So there is plenty. This could really be a work bag. This is a good buy. This is a good purchase. Oh my goodness, I'm so happy I got this. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And I'm thanking you all because some of you have been so sweet to send me birthday money. I've been saying thank you to you individually, but I want to say thank you on the video too. Y'all are contributing to my madness. Now I will say this, I'm not gonna say I'm on a no buy because I'm not doing, obviously I'm not doing that. But I'm not buying clothes because I still have clothes that I haven't worn yet. And I feel like until I get all into that wardrobe, and I kind of want to buy, I ain't gonna lie, I do want to buy some new clothes. I see myself looking, but I'm a little bit fluffier. Y'all might not be able to see it as well, but I got some weight to lose. I don't want to buy clothes for this body when this isn't the body I want to maintain or go into the summer with. So that just doesn't make a lot of sense. but I don't want to buy more clothes, period, too, because again, I have clothes I haven't worn yet. But bags and shoes, baby, them is always a must. Like that. My thing is this, you can always match a shoe to an outfit. That's easy. But it's been too many times where I've wondered, dang, what shoe should I wear with this outfit? And I haven't had that shoe. But I've had, like, if a shoe just kind of piques my interest a little bit, I've literally had shoes, sat on them for a year or two, and then pulled out the perfect outfit. Like, just happened to be at the store, I get it, come home, pair it up with the shoe, perfect outfit for that shoe. So I always say, buy the shoe. If it interests you a little bit, get the shoe, get the bag, and then worry about getting the outfit later, honey. Yes, 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 yes. But back to this, we love her. We can carry her, we can hold her, we can strap her on. We can shut the heck up about it. I think I done talked about this bag enough, but that's the last thing I'm gonna say. I'm done, I'm through, I'm done, y'all.
Tell him no, 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 no. Tell him no, 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 no. You've been trying to cater to all the needs. You've been feeling guilty for so long. Baby, they're not friends, they are enemies. Don't you tell him yes, tell him get lost. Cause every time you go and ask for help, they say sorry, but I'm busy.
What's up, y'all? I just got up from taking a wonderful nap. I made the bed back up because I'm a little bit different. When I take a nap, I really go in on the nap. As you can see, I'm folding some laundry right now. And at first, I was listening to a book, and my book ended. Right when I had just gotten started, I'm like, okay, I'm just gonna play a little music, let y'all see me folding the clothes, but then the book died. So I'm like, well, I detest doing laundry. So to get through it, I gotta listen to a book, maybe watch a show. There's no show really on that I wanna see. So then I said, well, not that y'all are a last resort. You're not a last resort, love y'all down. But I was like, well, I guess I'll just talk to y'all. Instead of just folding books, obviously fold laundry. I just detest it so much, I need something to get through it while I do it. So it's funny, as I'm looking at my laundry, most of my stuff is pajamas. Similar pajamas, but mostly pajamas and walking clothes. But all right, that's not bad. I'm lounging or I'm walking, child, lounging or walking. But yeah, I didn't want to go through the whole rigmarole of trying to find another book to listen to and all of that stuff. The crazy thing of it is, y'all, I keep having a hard time finding good books to listen to. Like, I can find books. Tons of Black authors out there, love supporting that. But a lot of them just are about a lot of sex. And y'all, if you've been watching me for a minute, you know I'm not a prude. I haven't had sex myself in a little while, but that's because for me, sex is more of an emotional journey than just a physical itch. You know what I mean? Like, I was talking, we were on a live, in fact, talking, and it was a question of, do I think I'm less interested in sex due to menopause? And that's not the case. I've found men, or I've seen men, I don't know if I know men, but I've seen men that I thought were attractive, and then they open their mouth, they say something, and then I'm not attracted. So for me, there's a huge difference between being attractive and me being attracted. I found tons of people attractive. Men and women, I can find a woman beautiful. I just happen to not be at all sexually attracted to women. Nothing wrong with that for me. Nothing wrong with people who are. I like stuff that a lot of people tend to care about. I couldn't care less about. Oh, you're gay? That's nice. Are you cool people? Do you treat people the way other people want to be treated? Like, that's the type of stuff that matters to me. You married? Cool. Okay. That's great. Do you treat people the way you want to be treated? Oh, okay. You're religious? That's great. But do you treat people the way they want to be treated? Like, it all just comes down to that for me. I don't care whatever you say your walk of life is. But speaking of a walk of life, I am finding myself, like I said, do these socks go together? They look similar, but okay, they don't. Pardon this interruption. I got all kinds of little, I call these, they are hospital socks. I know me calling them hospital socks. that my mother doesn't want or wear, and I end up getting them to walk around the house in. I forgot what I was talking about. Oh, I was talking about me having a hard time finding bugs. I guess I've come into a place where, again, I like supporting Black authors and all of that, but I just can't find books, for the most part, that tell a good story, but don't. Okay, here's the thing. It's a lot of times when I'm listening to a book, they'll introduce the character, they'll introduce how the character looks, a little bit about the background, not a whole lot, and then next thing I know, they run and jump and falling into bed with somebody, and it's like, am I supposed to care about this love story already? Because it doesn't feel like a love story, it's a sex story. And sex stories just don't interest me. Like, I remember when Zane was a hugely popular author, no knock to her at all. But everyone was talking about the Zane books and the Zane stories, and I never could really get into it. It's just not, and again, does any prude feel like they're a prude? I don't know. But I really feel like I'm not a prude. I don't have a problem with sex. Don't have a problem with who you have sex with, if it's the same gender, none of that. My thing is, when I'm listening to a book, I'm listening to a book because I want a story. I want character development. You know what I mean? Like, and a lot of these books, they're not giving what they're supposed to give. They're just, like I said, running, jumping, hopping, skipping, falling into bed together. And it's not working for me. I love various authors and stories and books that might have a sex scene in it, but the whole book isn't based on sex. You know, I get it. Sex is a part of life. I don't knock that, begrudge that, or nothing. Like, I did a vlog where I went to a Kennedy Ryan book signing. Love her stories down. There's always something I'm gonna learn. Like, she had a character who had lupus. I think her story was Reels, or The Reels, I can't remember. But that was a good story. Was there sex scenes in there? Yeah, there were some sex scenes in there. But the story development, you could tell she had done research on lupus. Like, it was just, and not to mention, she has characters that aren't necessarily the mainstream. Like, and when I say the mainstream, I mean most of the stories that are out now for us to read are about typically a guy who makes his money through illegal games. Maybe through legal games, but either way, he is exceedingly wealthy. Why was I folding these other shirts? Knowing I roll my shirts typically. But anyway, either way, he's exceedingly wealthy. The woman is always so beautiful, just beyond beautiful. And you know, I mean, I get it to some degree, books are of a fantasy nature, but everybody ain't beautiful, everybody ain't pretty, and every man ain't rich like that. So I kind of want stories that are just, you know, fully developed and more so about something. I don't know. So I hear me, and it sounds like I'm just complaining, and I promise I'm not trying to just complain, but I need more. I need more. And it's okay. And I also, here I go sounding like a prude, even as I say it in my mind. I'm trying to work it out, but it sounds a little prudish. I really don't need to, I've told y'all this before, like when that song WAP hit, I just was not able to understand. There's no part of me as a woman that needs to go swimming all up in another woman's vag. And that, the popularity of that song, needless to say, it truly escaped me. I just didn't. I mean, maybe if you're a man, or maybe if you were a director of sex movies or something, that would be a good bet. I just don't know. I don't know. It did not move me. It did not work for me at all. Every time it would come on or I'd hear it playing, I was just like, it gave me the icks, as people say. But yeah, am I a prude? I don't feel like a prude, but again, I guess prudes don't feel like they're prudes either. I do know I'm a nerd. Like there are certain shortcomings, I guess. I don't really even think they're shortcomings. It's just a way that I describe myself. I am a nerdy person. Look at all these pajamas. That's a doggone shame, y'all. And still got more. Still got more pajamas. You can tell this pink. Okay, so here's the thing. I bought myself some like this before. Then on the Atlanta girls trip, we got some more. And another one. How did I end up? Oh, that's right. I actually bought myself two. Just like I have two robes like this, I bought two pajama sets with this, small print pattern. Then we went to Atlanta. I got this one. And these are actually pajamas. This is an actual nightgown. Look at me unfolding. As much as I don't like doing laundry. But this is an actual nightgown in the same pattern. And it's so funny because you would think, she must really like that pink polka dot style. It's all right. It's all right. I'm not married to it. But you would think so for all the polka dots I folded. And then I got leopard in that. And I forgot, I got these at Walmart. But I want to say they're also at Target. It's called the Joy Spun brand. They are so soft. It feels like the more I wash them, the softer they get, the more comfortable they become. Same thing with the robe. So you just about got to peel me about these jammies. But anyway, yeah, I mean, I know my so-called shortcomings in terms of me being a nerd, in terms of me, what else would I say is a shortcoming? I don't have a high tolerance for dumb stuff. Like you will find me just quietly exiting. I have physically exited a room in the middle of a conversation. I've done that before. Or you will find me quietly exiting. I don't have much more to say. And then sometimes I have to check my posture like, oh, you have physically checked out. I'm really bad about not allowing my face to show exactly what I feel. Because if I'm not feeling the vibes on something, 9 times out of 10, it's all up and through here. All up and through here. And so that's something I've had to work on. More head wraps. But yeah, I don't think I'm a prude. I think I'm just coming into a different space and place. I find myself even wanting to attend Bible study and stuff like that more. I don't know, and don't look for it. Like, I don't know that I can call me moving into a more religious season. I won't say that because I've always known that there is a God. I've always known, honey, I've been in some tricky situations that nothing but God. God and prayer. You know that song, Somebody Pray For Me? That would be me. So I've been in a lot of situations where I know for an absolute fact that is true. I've never doubted that there is a God. Like since I was a little girl. And I don't know if I ever shared this story with you, but my family is from the South. So here we are in a more rural-ish area, like from a town that is literally divided by railroad tracks in terms of black and white, poor and the have and have-nots, whatever you want to call it. And so I'm at a friend's, a so-called friend's, and this is one of the lessons that helped me to differentiate my friends early in life. These are those tights, y'all. I wash them inside out. Those tights that kind of look pantyhose-ish. I want to get some more that are of a darker hue because y'all can see that's kind of light. And it doesn't quite match. This is the 1.0 version, I guess, where they have the whole booty stitching. I don't know if that's going to show up. Child, it looks like it's been snagging. Oh, okay, that's like lint or something that I can pick off. I was about to say, it looks like it's been snagging. I'm putting it in the basket. But anyway, we're in this rural area and she calls herself playing a prank on me. Now, here's the funny thing about it. When I was a little girl, I had fairly long, pretty healthy hair. I probably had longer hair throughout most of my life. Let me hang this out. My other robe. So anyway, I've had longer hair for the majority of my life. You know, cut it off and grow back, whatever. I've never really been fascinated by hair, but I know that other people have. So I'm saying all this because I'm remembering that when I was younger, this little girl, you know, she would kind of pull on my ponytails or something. And I was like, I remember feeling odd about it, but I thought I was tripping. So I didn't really complain about it. And she would be like, oh, your hair is cute. You got pretty hair or whatever. Or, you know, like it was just something, she would say something nice and then under it came a little negativity. I should also mention that, oh gosh, she is probably maybe 3 years older than me, which doesn't sound like a whole heck of a lot. We were together. We were put in situations where we were together because my grandmother and her grandmother were good friends. Her mother didn't really raise her. Like she had a whole background to her. Her mother didn't raise her, my mother did. I was there because this is where my family is from, and every summer I would go there. And it was a lot about it that felt odd. But I'm young, so I can't really put my finger on what was odd about it. So anyway, she'd stroke my ponytails, and every so often it would be a little jerk to it. Now, hey, you gotta quit that. Now, I was younger, I couldn't define things, but I still stood up for myself. So I was like, what was that? Sorry about that, y'all, my battery died. But anyway, I think I left off at talking about how she would kind of pull my hair. And I was like, oh, what's up with that? What happened? That was a thing right there. I didn't know how to name that still, but I knew you was tripping. And we could throw hands. Like, I was a little fighter at the time. Grew up in a house full of boys. So, I mean, that to me was a quick way to solve and resolve things. But oh no, that was an accident. It got snagged. It got, I fully remember the story. So anyway, she says that and I'm like, yeah, all right. Okay. And I'm ready to start distancing myself. I go and I'm looking around. I'm like, where's my grandmother? Where's my grandmother? This girl told me, oh, she already left. She left you. I thought you wanted to stay. I thought whatever. And I'm like, what? I'm in trouble. Oh my goodness, I am in trouble. And this particular girl, their family didn't have a lot. And so they didn't have a phone. And I thought, oh my gosh, I got left, I did whatever. Let me just walk. Well, I'm used to being in Kansas City. Compared to this little small town is called Greenwood. Compared to Greenwood, Kansas City might as well be New York. And you just get used to a certain level of independence. You get used to moving a certain way. We definitely have racism, but I didn't see a lot of it as a kid. Racism in the Midwest, in the East, in many different areas has absolutely nothing on racism in the South. In the rural South at that, like you got a lot of white folks who don't have money and they are very angry about it. You can fast forward to now, we got a lot of white folks who don't have money and they still vote against their own interests because racism. You know what I mean? But anyway, I think I'm in trouble. So I'm like, oh my gosh, I gotta start walking. Oh my God, I'm in trouble, I gotta walk. And I start walking much the way I would here in Kansas City. So I'm walking on the way. I'm walking on rural roads because I'm in a rural area. And you don't need me to do a whole lot of setup on this. I'm a kid, it's the 70s. I mean, granted, it's not the 60s. It's just 10 years later. You know what I mean? So here I am walking on these rural roads and my grandfather happened to roll past me. He's on his way to work, he rides past me. Fun fact, we gonna call it. My grandmother had not gone home. She just ran to the store with that friend's grandmother and they had gone back. So now my grandmother's back. She doesn't know where I am. The little girl is lying. She told my grandmother that we were playing hide and seek. I've been walking probably 40 or so minutes by now. Who knows? My grandfather is unaware because my grandmother hadn't called her. He's just riding on the road. I see his truck. Girl, he had a whole full-on Sanford & Son type of truck. Bless his heart. But anyway, and picture the Sanford & Son truck, but green, and that was my grandfather's truck. So I see his truck go by. I'm so worried about being in trouble that I look down. I'm like, oh my gosh, I hope I don't get in trouble. I hope he doesn't see me. And I just hear this, like this crazy screeching. And he makes a U-turn on the highways. I mean, they call it a highway. It's pretty much a 2-lane road. Makes a U-turn, he comes back, he picks me up. And I mean, he can't even talk to me. I'm getting choked up thinking about it. But he can't even talk to me. He's just shaking me. And he has no words. Like he opens his mouth a couple of times and he still can't talk. And finally, when he could talk, he was like, you crazy girl, do you understand what could have happened to you? And he's just rambling off names. And I remember Emmett Till being one of them because I had just heard that name. I was like, Emmett Till, is that somebody that my grandmother knew? Is that, I couldn't really remember the association of it. And he was like, and you a girl child, and he just was so upset. Fast forward a whole lot of years later, I see that movie, A Time to Kill, and I'm just bawling. I'm bawling because I finally get what my grandfather was so upset about. And he was not a person who was moved to anger. Like my grandmother, she would go flying off and around the house and all this other stuff. I look over at my grandfather, he chewed that tobacco. But anyway, that's what they call tobacco. But he would chew that back and calm on down. Like everything he did was slow and calm. So for him to be upset with me, it was like if my grandmother had been yelling at me, if my mother had been yelling, it's the same effect as my father. Like these people don't yell, they don't fuss, they don't. And so I knew I had done something significant wrong. I just didn't know what. How did a pillowcase get in here? You know how? I'm gonna tell you how. Because y'all see I got lights, darks, blacks, everything all mixed up. It's because I have been doing washing, and yes, I am averting the subject for now, because when I start getting choked up, I like to change the subject and just move on a little bit. But anyway, I've been doing laundry and just stockpiling it to fold later because I detest. I want somebody else to fold my drawers. I don't want to do this. But I've heard of some kind of service that people get probably once a week. I say that, and then the next thing I'm thinking is, but do I want somebody touching my drawers? I don't think am I approved? Dang it, I might be approved. Y'all help me. I just don't know. But anyway, I see that movie, I get all choked up because I understand exactly why my grandfather was so upset. And he would be to the point that he was that kind of guy. He didn't spank girl children. He wouldn't even do it. But he also knew that I was stupid. That's what he kept going. Oh, you stupid girl. You come down here from the city, you stupid girl. You need to learn things. You don't know things, and you don't know what you don't know. He was the first person I ever heard saying that. And I fully understand what he said. I fully understand, I should say, the dangers of what he was saying. But out of that too, I learned lessons. Like when I'm feeling this discomfort, now, Kymberly grown doesn't have to define it. I don't have to be able to put a name to, that just kind of feels wrong. Because there's something to be said about, I consider myself a nice person. In fact, I think I'm a very nice person. That doesn't mean I can be tested on several situations. Like, I'm nice, but I wouldn't push you. You know what I'm saying? So I do consider myself a nice person. And I think a lot of times people think nice people either aren't too bright, like we're not smart enough to be jaded yet. We don't get it. No, but as a nice person, even I'm able to compartmentalize, I'm able to define, understand, and quickly relegate someone to a certain category. I understand, like when I go to my job, I lack the understanding. Here's where I do lack understanding. I lack the understanding of people. How am I missing bottoms? Oh, because I have slept, what do you call it? Is it commando if you're just naked from the waist down? I don't know, but yeah. Sometimes you gotta let that thing air out. You can't just keep it covered up all the time. But anyway, I'm able to quickly compartmentalize, put people where they belong. I go to work and I see people crying and upset. Sometimes I'm like, what is you crying about? I just thought we were friends, and now how can she this and how can she? Girl, that's your coworker. That is your coworker. That is like, you see somebody 6, 7, 8 hours in a day. Just because you see them day after day, you may even see them more than you see your real friends. That does not make that person your friend. My father taught me a trick a lot of years ago. I can't remember. I think I was upset about the loss of one of my friends. And I still had to go to school. I still had to perform. I still had to, do the grind of life. And my father taught me then that here's what I want you to do. I'm gonna call him Johnny. I want you to sit down and I want you to think about Johnny. And I want you to think about a time that's good for you to think about Johnny. It ain't when you go your little butt to school. That ain't it. You ain't gonna sit down and think about you because you got schooling to do. You got this. My father was very stern about that. And he said, I want you to think of a time when it's a good time for you to think about Johnny. I want you to do your crying. I want you to be upset. I want you to whatever. For this length of time. If it needs to be, if you start off with 25 minutes, then it's 25 minutes for a week. Next week, I'm gonna need it to be 20 minutes. The week after that, it's gonna be 15. Like, you're gonna find a time where you'll get to a point where you can finally just say, miss you, Johnny, and you just move on from there. So that has been a very good, I hope I explained that clearly enough, but that's been a very good tool that I've used throughout life. And it fits the nature of my personality in my way of compartmentalizing things. Oh, I've got something to think about, a subject or whatever that's bothering me. I'm gonna allot this much time. I cannot mourn that all day. I cannot lay in my bed all the time. I certainly cannot take that to my job where there are children who also have their own stuff. Like, y'all, I'm dealing with a whole generation of children who now, the majority of my kids know someone who's been shot, if not killed. How? How do you know that in elementary school? That was an innocence that was still mine when I was in elementary school. I didn't know someone who had been shot and killed. It took me a lot of years, probably not until my high school years, before I even knew someone who died of cancer, who died of a natural-ish cause, you know what I mean? Yet my kids have experienced tons of that. A few years ago, I had a kindergartner whose mother had died of cancer. And we would have our talk and share time, or turn and talk, or, you know, whatever it is, show and tells, all of those things that we have in school. And I attended his mom's funeral. It was the most gut-wrenching thing when he saw me. He was with his grandfather who ended up raising him. He breaks free from his grandfather and he comes and he runs and he hugs me. And I mean, it was the saddest thing. And here I am, it was a white child and I was my husband and I, my then husband and I, we were the black people at this white funeral. And you can see people like, who you hugging on this black woman, who that? And it was so gut-wrenching. It was so all the things. But anyway, we fast forward and we're still doing show and tells. And I allow my kids to pass if they want to pass. He never passed. This boy, I'm telling you. Anyway, we have the show and tells. And he would talk about how my mom gave me this, or my mom told me that, or my mom read me a story. And after he would do that, he'd look over at me like, are you going to say anything? Are you going to tell? Absolutely not. Because I feel like, I know I'm jumping subjects, forgive me, but I feel like when he was doing that, he's keeping his mother alive the only way he knows how. I'm a whole grown woman, and I still tell my daddy stories. That's how I keep him alive. And I've said this before, and I mean it. The person who you love, they may go away in body form, but they don't really go away. They don't really die until the last person who knows them says their name for the last time or says their story for the last time. So I am absolutely keeping him alive in those ways by telling his story and my grandfather's stories and all of those things. But the lesson for me, I've danced around so many subjects, shallow, and got my own self-loss. But here's what I think I was saying. I think I'm saying that I'm coming into a space and place where I need more. I need depth. I need, things to be wider and deeper. That shallow stuff just isn't fitting. It's not fitting in my friendships. It's not fitting in my stories. It's just not fitting who I am and need to be now. I need, I won't say that I'm moving away from the secular realm, because I've always been spiritual, as you can see. Still drinking my wine. I still listen to my jazz and my blues and all of that stuff. But I've never really been into wop, wop, wop. There have been, I remember listening to the Body Yachty song, but more than I was grooving to it, I was doing the dance, honey. Yes, I know the dance. But I might have forgotten some steps and how they go in order. But you know what I'm saying. It was a good exercise for me. It's good movement for me. But it's not something that I've really internalized. But I do feel like when you hear a message over and over and over again, that becomes a thing that's important to you. That becomes a way of your own thinking without you even realizing it. But I'm needing more depth in my friendships and things like that. I'm needing to be in a better place of peace. I mean, I maintain a lot of peace. Someone was telling me, your house always seems so chill. It seems so bright and clean. It look a mess now, but anyway. A tip for that, by the way, is one that I learned when I was waitressing. And that's another thing I do. I apply whatever lessons I've learned ever to everything and everywhere that it can possibly apply. So when I was a waitress, one of the things that my manager taught me is you just don't want to walk anywhere empty-handed. A lot of times customers don't want to see a waitress who doesn't look busy. You're just walking around free-handed, they're bothered. They're thinking, I need some ketchup, or I need so she need to do something to earn this tip, because a lot of times people don't want to give you a tip anyway. So you don't want to walk around empty-handed. Well, same thing's true in my house. If my kitchen has a thing or two that's out of place, I'm just going to pick it up on my way to the bedroom or on my way to wherever, and I'm going to put it where it goes. I used to have a huge problem with putting things down instead of putting things away. And that's something I'm still working on. It's still hard. I come home from the store and be tired. I want to take my coat off and just hang it on the side. Or I want to put my purse down somewhere, and I have to know, where do you want your purse to be? Where's a good spot for your, let's put that there then, let's put that there right now. And then you don't have to clean up so much. Do I do that all the time? No, but most of the time I do. And that's been very, very helpful. Also very helpful has been talking to y'all when I do this laundry, because once again, y'all, I just detest it. I think about getting that service, but I don't know if I'm gonna really get that service, because again, I just don't know if I want people to touch my drawers. It's a lot to it.
These are dream rules. This is someone